What's up, folks? So today we are going to be talking about the new film that will be releasing on Netflix this Friday, May 22nd, and that's The Lovebirds. And ever since I've seen this trailer, because it was originally going to be released April 3rd in all the theaters by Paramount, obviously because of the pandemic, a lot of studio companies have happened to kind of restructure the releases, whether it's just, to reschedule for another date, or some are actually just going straight to streaming services such as this. And, ever since I seen the trailer, I was like, hey, I need this. I need to see this movie because we're talking about Issa Rae here and Kumail Nanjiani. Like, the two of them, that duo, come on, it had to be crazy. And, already with a very exciting year for the two of them, putting these two together was definitely going to be interesting. And Issa, was kind of, the other interesting thing is that Issa just came off of a movie around Valentine's Day, which, seeing that trailer and seeing this trailer, you're like, wait, two love movies? But they actually wasn't, because this one was absolutely, I feel, the more natural Issa, the more awkward her. Not to discredit anything about the photograph, but when I seen this film, and again, the pairing with Kumail, you're just like, oh yeah, I feel like this is going to be more her element, more of what you expect, and indeed it was. And Kumail, he's been casted for the new Marvel movie Eternals, and he's been getting jacked for that role. The last film I believe I seen him in was Stuber, which I absolutely loved. But again, you're just talking about two talent that are just flourishing right now in their careers, and putting them two together was just the duo I knew I needed to have. And so Netflix delivered the goods, and it will be releasing this Friday, May 22nd, for everybody to check out. So this movie is absolutely crazy, and I don't think I can emphasize that enough. But okay, so what's happening with this movie is this. Okay, so Jabron, who's being played by Kumail, and Lilani, who's Issa Rae's character, so they're really experiencing a really defining moment in their relationships. Like, they done went through the Happy Moon stage. It's been fast forward to 3 years, and now everything's not so lovey-dovey. And although they got a really awkward and annoying relationship, they kind of come to terms that it's not going to work. And it's even awkward there too, because it's like, wait, this seems sort of like their niche. This seems like how they communicate with each other. But then they ultimately was like, hey, I think it's better that we, separate. And while all this is happening, they literally hit a breaking point in a relationship because they actually hit somebody. and so when they hit this person, like, nonetheless, they embark in an unexpected journey of a murder mystery, because they really had no clue what they was getting themselves into. And nonetheless, they find themselves in all of New Orleans trying to figure out the clues and put pieces together to kind of clear their name, because they're looking like the prime suspects in this case. So number one, the first thing for me is that being a tourist in New Orleans at times, I absolutely feel like stuff like this happens this all the time. Like, I really feel like all the different things, the things they visit, the type of foolishness that they embark on, I feel like that is literally just a normal day in New Orleans. So, and I miss New Orleans. It's such a fun city and such amazing and great foods and good culture. But I feel like these type of like crazy things that happen just literally happens all the time. But so while they were at foes before and were kind of getting ready to wash their hands with this, putting them on this adventure, something they kind of both wanted but in different ways, kind of really brings them two together, because they have to spend more time with each other. They're both with purpose, and they're having to have conversations that they probably never would have had to have. And at the same time, it's just another layer of getting to know each other. So it's interesting. But nonetheless, the two of them together are just really a treat together. And the best part about them two for me is when they're in situations where they have to explain themselves. I feel like it's improv. They're so natural at it. I've never met Issa Rae, but I met Kumail, and he's such a stand-up guy. And I feel like for the conversations I had with him and what I see on TV he is what you get. He's just that person. So I feel like these scenes where he's kind of, where it's like something happens and he has to like sort of, explain what happened in detail, both with Issa as well. I feel like they're just so natural at it, and it brings some of the most funniest moments in this film. And with so much sarcasm, and then in other moments where they kind of bicker back and forth. That type of chemistry is just is really is exactly what I wanted this film to be. Now I will be honest, I did laugh throughout this film, but I didn't get the laughs like I thought I was gonna get. I thought this was gonna be over the top funny. I thought it was really kind of subpar, but nonetheless I liked it. I think it was a simple plot. The characters obviously flourished in it, even the supporting characters as well. But I probably think I would have wanted more because again, this wasn't a straight to Netflix release. This was actually going to be in the big screen. So I feel like there's just another layer of expectation that, could have and should have been delivered with this film. But I did have a good time with it, and I thought the adventure really does bring the fans and viewers along. It really showcases New Orleans in a very interesting aspect. Typically, New Orleans movies are really overly the type wild, or this overly amount of abundance of violence, and I feel like it was just a big, nice medium here as far as the display of New Orleans. So I was definitely cool with that. But nonetheless, I think that I think there was good dialogue between the two of them, and I think the two main cast, Kumail and Issa, they, if that's what you signed up for, you definitely got a good dose of it. And I can't really wait to see as much more as their career flourishes. Maybe we get them two to work together again, because I love this duo. It was a treat for sure. But after you check it out, please let me know in the comments, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews.